Hey Legionnaires, it's Steve Cox here with you from High Tech Legion. I normally get in front of the camera and make sure and show you guys. I want y'all to be able to recognize the packaging of some of the different products in case you decide to go out and look for it at your retail stores or go online or anything. You'll know what you're getting into. This particular item that I have today, pretty obviously a case, came in just a plain brown cardboard box. So I skipped right ahead. I hope you don't mind terribly. And I've got it out. This is the NZXT H440. It's a mid-tower case. It's got a lot of really nice features in it, just that you can see immediately. One of the things that I love right from the beginning, I've seen this lately in a lot of the modding communities. While I'm lazy and don't do any modding myself, I follow a lot of the modders, and everybody is building these, basically these shrouds, these power supply shrouds, which hide your cabling and hide your wiring and hide the power supply and give you just a nice view of the motherboard and all of your other components in there. A panel here which hides all of your hard drives and your banks there, but it has here at the bottom two positions, two brackets for displaying 2.5 inch, pardon me, 2.5 inch drives, solid state drives. So that's going to be really, really nice. Just a fun way to display some of your higher end components and be able to really show off what you have there. If I could put this thumb screw back in. It's got a really nice window on the side. I started off with a shot of that, but I didn't say anything about it. Of course, the window just shows your main components there, and you'll be able to see the, once I take, maybe the plastic covers it, but once I take that off, it'll be a really nice, really clear, high quality acrylic that shows off the NZXT logo here on the side of the shroud for the power supply, and that does light up. And then of course you have a large 140 millimeter exhaust fan here and three 120 millimeter fans on the front. You've got sound dampening insulation. Let me show that real fast. Right next to that window on the inside, a layer of foam here. Almost a 1/4 inch thick, not quite. Either way though, that's going to do a lot to make this a very quiet case. On the front, probably the only thing, and I know most people with current builds aren't going to have a problem with this, but there's no optical drive. There's no 5 1/4 inch bay up front. This doesn't open, it almost looks like it would be a door or something. It's not. It does pop off so that you can clean fans and the filter, and it does have, you can't see it very well maybe because it's black on black, but it does also have some sound dampening insulation there, and it's a pretty solid panel in itself. You have the ventilation on the side for intake. And then, like I say, the three 120 millimeter fans, a magnetic filter here. This piece clips in at the bottom down here and then just magnetizes, sticks right on the front. And that covers those three fans so that you have a good dust filter there. On the top, I'm going to flip it down. On the top you have your standard, your headphone and your microphone 3.5 inch jack. I'm sorry, 3.5 millimeter, not inch. USB 3.0 connections and your USB 2.0 connections, that's 2 each. And then you have a power button and a reset button. A really, really attractive case, I think. I think this is going to be a pretty popular case. Supports full-size ATX motherboards. One thing that I see right from the beginning though, a full-size ATX motherboard is going to really fill up this spot. If it, it's going to overlap just slightly, so it's going to come right up to the edge of these grommets. So you're going to be working in a pretty tight place here. And on the back side, let me get around to that. When it comes to cable management, of course it does have the rubber grommets. It does have slots, and it does have space in the back side here for cable management. But it's still going to be pretty tight. There's already a lot of cables back here. Some for the, just the front panel, the USB 3.0, the regular USB, HD audio, your standard reset switch, your HDD LEDs and things like that. But then you've got a lot of extra here for fans and for the fan, not really a fan switch, but you can hook up additional fans here. So this is where they get their power from instead of running fans to, instead of running fan wires all around to the motherboard or something. But a lot of good tie downs for cable management. So it's hard to guess, but I feel like just looking at this, we're going to have to cut this open and reroute some of these obviously as needed. But you have a lot of, down at the bottom, I think this is where most of the cable management is going to take place. Again, you have the shroud for the power supply. So all of this space here is not visible from the front. So I think there's going to be a lot of cabling kind of tucked in down here instead of tied onto the back. So I'm pretty sure that's the expectation. It does come with a little box of accessories. Let's get those out of here and take a look. Probably pretty standard stuff. Yeah. Oh, there's a sticker in here for anyone who wants stickers. It is a black or chrome on black NZXT sticker. And then of course your standard screws for your power supply, motherboard screws, a little adapter for a Phillips or flathead screwdriver into the standoff, the hexagonal standoff connector. Quite a few, I want to say 20 zip ties or so. So that's going to be nice. That'll help cable management a lot. Keep people from having to go buy their own package of these. And this is actually more than I've ever had come in a case before. Most cases tend to put 6 or 8, which is usually enough, but you can never have too many. So in addition to the zip ties, you have the screws, the self-tapping, self-threading screws for the plastic fans, in case you put one in another part of the case. Honestly, not sure where you would. It already has 3 across the front and 1 for exhaust. There's no room on the side panel. What it is, I'm looking just now, and I can see the top actually comes off. Well, I say it comes off. Maybe I'm missing a screw. I need to pop a screw or something. Either way, you can see inside, and I'll show it here in a little bit once I'm able to get to it better. But there are a couple positions in the top for a couple more fans, or for even possibly a radiator of some kind, if you could fit it up there. So we'll just see. That's kind of the part of the testing. So you've got the additional screws for that. You've got screws for your hard drives and things like that for the 2.5 inch and your standard HDD drives, and then screws for the motherboard. So a good assortment of parts, a really nice looking case, pretty unique. I really like I can tell you right now, just barely getting into it, I haven't put anything in it or done no other research of any kind, but I can tell you right now, I really, really like this case. I think probably my only complaint, certainly for now, is the optical drive. I personally still use an optical drive for a lot of things. I play games that are, 20 years old still. They use disc for DRM. I'm sure there are other ways to do that, but it's just easier to just put the disc in the optical drive. So I'm going to miss the optical drive on here, but I know that it's not needed today with digital downloads, and being able to put anything that would normally be on an optical drive can be put on a thumb drive just as easy, or probably easier. You have plenty of room for lots of hard drive spaces, and then the two solid state drives up on the front there, so a lot of room for storage in here, a lot of room for cable management with your power supply coming out down here and then feeding the motherboard through these grommets and through these other slots here. You'll be able to connect your HD audio and your USB cables and things like that. So I think overall this is going to be a really beautiful build, and I'm pretty excited to start getting some components in here and see exactly how well it turns out. And of course I will be checking back with you guys periodically just to show you how the build is going. If I have any trouble along the way, I'll point it out, or if I notice anything else that I think is going to really be exceptional along the way, I'll point that out. Hi guys, welcome back. So I just finished up the NZXT H440 mid-tower case review. I was talking about doing some insulation and showing you guys some of the nuances of building in this case, since it is a little bit different with the PSU shroud and things like that. Ended up having a lot of footage, so I made a second video for you guys to come over and watch. If you want to see a full installation video, it is there for you. Otherwise, we'll just cut to the chase. The NZXT H440 is a great little case. I'm definitely giving it a gold award. Just the cooling in it is spectacular. The look of it is beautiful, and I really, really enjoyed building in it. I really enjoy using it so far. And there was almost no problems with it at all. I mean, I had a few little nitpicks, no big deal, right? Of course, you can read up about that in the actual written review, which you can find over on our website, and come and join us on our forums at www.hightechlegion.com. Give us a like over on Facebook, thumbs up for that, and we'd appreciate it. And if you follow Twitter, if you want to keep up with us through Twitter, get us on your phone, things like that, you can like us, or not like us, but you can follow us at Twitter and get daily updates and weekly updates, all of our news feeds. So once again, I'm Steve Koch with High Tech Legion, signing out. Thanks.